Today is another day where I hope I don't get banned by YouTube because of Seth's special content. Because this will be a review on Kamidori ALCHEMY MEISTER Mongolian mating RPG. This sounds pretty promising when I'm being honest, and yeah, let's get into it.
Hey people, Seth here.
Sup, man?
Today, I'll be reviewing a game that's very dear to me. Kamidori ALCHEMY MEISTER, which I won't fully translate the title of because it's...
Why are Japanese people so obsessed with German words or culture in general? As a German, I'm a bit weirded out by that stuff, but I just want to have an explanation, I guess.
fucking stupid.
Is it of World War II? I hope not, man.
Kamidori is the definition of games for red-blooded males. It's got everything.
Really?
Strategic turn-based battles, economics,
Holy shit.
romance, a great plot, and a metric ton
Thanks
of backstory.
for censoring that,
In truth,
Seth. Thanks
it's a
for censoring
hentai
that.
game. It's also a very good hentai game.
What?
As weird as
Imagine
it sounds.
that.
You come for the ass, you stay for the gameplay. After the novelty of a porn wears off.
Bro, this actually looks like a decent RPG from my first look of it. Like, this looks like one of these OG RPGs you played back in the day as a kid.
You're left with an extremely solid
JRPGs.
turn-based RPG. Kamidori pulls a sort of bait and switch on you, gently coaxing you into the story and mechanics, and then BAM! 10 hours into your playthrough, you'll have porn dumped on your face. In
Damn.
fact, you'll be drowned in it after that point.
Holy shit.
The sudden change of pace from monster dropping to cherry popping is very sudden, but not unwelcome.
Bro, Seth,
You play
don't overdo
as
it.
Chad Thundercock, also known as Wilfred, an orphan upstart who only recently received his alchemist license.
No.
Your peers and colleagues
Oh.
don't expect much from a kid clumsy enough to lose both parents, and may even go as far as sabotaging
man?
your progress. But you aim to prove them wrong, and in the process, dump a whole gallon tank of baby batter into all manner of women, monsters, and wildlife. The story centers around Eudora,
Bro.
a city of alchemists who transmute...
Like, every picture Seth shows, I fear for my life that YouTube doesn't recognize those shapes in some way or form. That would wipe me off YouTube instantly, I think. I hope that will not be the case.
base materials into valuable resources. Unfortunately, their success and rapid expansion has depleted the surrounding lands, leaving only more remote and dangerous territories viable for harvest. You perform missions and take up quests within the city, and
Oh,
grow your
really?
reputation as an alchemist, in between
Yeah,
which
pretty
you
standard
penetrate
stuff.
anything and everything with an orifice. Most characters that can join your party are either women or can become women.
It's made by Japanese people, so it's completely reasonable
A very convenient
and understandable.
design decision. With a few
Yeah.
exceptions of male companions you can bro it up
Fucking
with, besides the main story.
What was that?
With a few exceptions of male companions you can bro it up with.
Only in New Game Plus, what the hell? This is some advanced shit. Okay.
Besides the main story, you'll always have the option to follow a romantic subplot during your playthrough, with a choice of 3 girls.
Okay.
Consider these your main hoes. Your options are autistic warrior girl who is mentally stunted and eats cats, mage
Holy shit.
girl whose ID totally says she's legal.
Oh,
Also,
no.
if you dick her, one of your alchemist friends will say, "What the fuck? Stop it, Wilfred. Your dick is out of control," and attack you. And the 1,000-year-old
but really, that dude is crazy, man.
virgin elf hippie girl who commits eternal devotion to you. Right before another cutscene plays and you go off to let your side hose ride the Wilfred Express.
Oh.
Honestly, my
Yeah.
one gripe with all this is Wilfred never pulls out.
Man, I wonder when we can make an hentai RPG game which is actually pretty good with reasonable characters. Like there's obviously maturity in it, so the people can get pleased. But I want to have a good story behind it. I want to have good gameplay behind it as well. Like imagine all that stuff combined in one package, man. This would be truly one of the greatest games ever made, in my opinion. If someone tries to do such a thing, that would be pretty surprising. Like I don't think that any major corporation is going into that field in like 10 years at least, man. You can't
Never.
imagine that.
I wouldn't trust this man to pull a turkey out of the oven. All the hentai stuff
What?
is super vanilla, but
What
it's
the hell?
well drawn and pretty wholesome. The game doesn't pull a Monster Girl quest situation on you, where you get suckered into vanilla material and end up being digested by an Iron Maiden, or
What the fuck was that, man? Like those games, they traumatize me. It's insane.
fused to a female anglerfish and atrophied into a pair of gonads. If you're into feet though, there's some tasteful content in here. You gotta do a fetch quest for it though. The women in this game are like magpies. You'll need to gather treasure troves worth of shiny stones if you hope to bed them. And on the subject of Wilfred and his junk, forget everything about his mastery of alchemy.
Bro, before we keep going, I'm here to talk you, my man. Like, I know, I also was on this low point where I just jacked off to fucking hentai and all that shit. But I stopped that. Cause life is better now. I recommend you to start working out. If you can't do fucking push-ups, do them on the wall, then proceed to the floor. It's so easy. You don't need a fucking gym. I believe in you, man. I wanna destroy that stereotype of a gamer/anime watcher who's fat and lazy, or like has a high percentage of fat but is still pretty slim. You know what I mean? That's skinny fat. It's fucking disgusting, and I was like that. But when I started working out, people started to look at me with fucking respect. And I was walking upright. You need to walk like a normal human being, like a man. This is what I wanna give you some homework, I guess, for you to improve your fucking life. Because this can't be your destination. This can't be your like daily cycle where you go through. You need to reduce bad extreme stuff a bit, man. Like, I believe in you to improve your life. It worked for fucking me. I was a fucking degenerate back in the day. Can believe me that. I was fucking skinny fat. I was gaining more weight, and after some time I just decided to fucking get my life together. I don't know where I got that motivation from, but I don't believe in a word called motivation. I believe in discipline. And that is, if you do your workouts, especially if you don't feel like it. I believe in you, bro. Like, I got a well-trained body after like just 2 years of training 30 minutes per day. Sometimes I go out, do calisthenics, do all the push-ups, bro, just get 2 dumbbells and you're done. $20, €20 if you can afford that shit. Get 1 mat. A gym is not necessary. I don't want to say something or preach that you need to have the insanest body. What I want you to have is a healthy one. That's it. That you can live your life normally. That you can stand there proud. I'm a healthy dude with a healthy lifestyle. I work out and I still watch anime and play fucking games. This is like something I just want to get out with. I don't mind if you skipped all this shit, but yeah, let's keep going with the fun stuff, I guess.
He's mastered the art of nutting. In fact, Wilfred's trouser leviathan is so powerful, it has single-handedly improved race relations between humans and virtually every other race.
What a true hero, man.
Accommodate his girth. Xenophobic angels
racism.
completely reformed after the Wilfred D. Essence-draining succubi drained and destroyed by Will, the nut demon.
Bro, I don't understand the concepts of succubi, man. Shouldn't they, like, drain the person so long till they are fucking dead? Like, isn't it like that? Like, I wouldn't get close to that hole.
The Grim Reaper?
But they literally kill you, oh fuck.
Wilfred nuts inside
Skip this,
death
YouTube.
itself.
Don't look at
the
it.
man is a monster.
It's nothing.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. There's many anime series where the protagonist receives a harem, despite having no redeeming or outstanding
Yeah,
feature.
but they're fucking cucks, all of them. I watched them all. Trust me
In
on that one.
Kamidori, Wilfred doesn't get a harem. Instead, a harem forms around him and his unstoppable conquest. He is the anime equivalent of Genghis Khan.
Whoa.
Anyway, enough
Those are some high words, man.
about the lewd parts. This game is 99% not lewd. It's a fantastic game, so let's talk about that. There's crafting, resource gathering, tactical party management, and progression that's all merged into a single, seamless entity. After passing your alchemist exam, Wilfred officially gets a small workshop in Eudora. This acts as a base of operations for your missions, but more importantly, the central hub of capitalism for your eco-unfriendly alchemical business. You use reagents gathered from locations and looted off of wildlife to feed the rampant consumerism at the heart of this city. This is an entirely for-profit venture, as you need to pay off a rent and balance your account to avoid going in the red. Since Will is
Bro, you really need to think about shit, man, in this game.
busy man.
Like the other ones I played back in the day were fucking simple. This seems good. Like for
You
real.
can assign
I like said it 10 times already, but this really seems good.
PCs and party members to hang back and manage sales for you while you're away. All actions you take cost time, and you need to make good use of it if you hope to get filthy rich. Completing missions progresses the story and unlocks more missions. Rinse and repeat for the rest of the game. It's super fun, and they manage to mix up the formula enough that you're always on your toes. In each region, you start with your base camp and a small amount of territory under your control. You can freely deploy characters to the battlefield to secure, take, and hold rival territory by killing the hostile factions of the map.
Imagine actually a complex system in a video game. Insane.
Each map has a completion objective, plus several potentially hidden bonus objectives that'll increase your rewards. Each mission also has loss objectives, such as deploying too long in the region that everyone gets demoralized and has to head back home, having a mission critical character die, or simply having your base camp flanked and occupied by the enemy.
Bro, this is actually deep. Like the creators behind this shit, they actually thought about shit. Like those systems. I've never seen such things in like modern video games where we all have those text by the books games. I'm gonna say it like that. Yeah, they are pretty good, they're enjoyable, but most of them have the same recipe. It feels like a replica of the game before. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft and EA, and like most of the gaming companies, except like Bandai Namco, who did Elden Ring, Sekiro, Dark Souls. Like those games were all similar, but they took the good shit from before and then made it fucking greater. Except with PvP. PvP is fucking garbage in Elden Ring. Fuck you, FromSoft, man. FromSoft? Bandai Namco? Who is the publisher again? It was FromSoft, yeah, sorry.
Engaging an enemy with any of your units puts them in a combat sequence, where their individual RPG stat rolls determine the outcome of the engagement. Killing enemies nets you alchemical reagents and experience, which together make up the lifeblood of your party. Leveling gives your character access to stronger abilities, skills, and spells to deal with different situations. It's very standard turn-based RPG fanfare, but with a great deal of content and an interesting difficulty curve. After completing the game, new features are unlocked for subsequent playthroughs, and you're given the option of continuing on to New Game Plus, which lets you run through the game with previously locked companions and the difficulty cranked up to max, just in case you want to violate the world all over again. It's great. Everything about Kamidori speaks to me on a spiritual level, and brings back good old memories of whipping out my laptop during my bachelor's degree and planning with my dudes which anime girl is gonna get the creme fraiche from Wilfred next. I give it a respecting women out of 10. I've included a copy of the game in its entirety in the description below. The only thing you need to do is
oh my gosh, but this is a Windows 7 edition. We got the cheat engine. Weep shit. Sony Vegas, Battle.net, the old paint. The fuck is that? Skype. Back in the day, we used it. And yeah, he holds his Discord. What is this shit? IGG banished. IGG. Bro, you all know that site. What is Puni? What the fuck? Fraps. Good shit. FTL, Faster Than Light? What is that? Dominion Sore Thrones Ascension. Demons. Understandable. This gay? What? Darkwood? I know that one. That's a pretty good game. Darkest Dungeon, pretty decent, but it has some replayability problems. Crypt of a Necrodancer. That sounds shit. Big Pharma marketing malpractice. Okay. Some Japanese shit, I guess. Holy shit. He has definitely a virus on his older PC. Save money.
You need to do is change your system locale to Japanese to make it run. But I've included a
with my surf and turf, man.
Guide on how to do that. So go download it, play it, enjoy it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned.
Thanks for Merchants Guild.
Thank you to the generous Merchants Guild members
as always
funding these videos. You're all wonderful.
Bro, when I earn my own money, I'm gonna be a member of a Merchants Guild. Like, I wanna be on the end credits and wanna show you after each reaction where I am. Like, we're gonna pause till you see my fucking name, man. And yeah, that was actually it. Go support SsethTzeentach. He really does great content. I still hope that YouTube doesn't fuck me over because of this shit. And I guess see you next time. Stay up for grind, keep gaming, and yeah, get your shit together. I guess see you next time. Wafer out. Boom. It's recording.